Up next on the Marmy Rock Show, a frequent visitor and guest to the Marmy Rock Show, we've got Jonny Hetherington from Art of Dying. And Johnny, man, the last time I saw you, we were aboard a cruise ship on a balcony enjoying some adult beverages and watching the sea go by. How you been?
It was just like yesterday, man. I think were we staring out at Turks and Caicos, right?
Somewhere out there, that or Cuba. I'm not sure which it was offshore, but yeah, one of those places. So.
Good problem to have, man, when you're not sure.
So, hey, what prompted me to hit you guys up was you've got the Live and Unplugged tour on the way, so why don't you tell folks about it?
Yeah, man, we're actually we're going out with the former, I guess, singer from Creed, Scott Stapp, and he's actually doing an acoustic tour, so we're going to do the same kind of thing just before he goes on stage, just do a bunch of our favorite songs broken down acoustic. And then we've managed to squeeze in, I think, 6 or 7 headlining shows on this tour where we're plugging in and bringing the full rock. So it's going to be great.
So, not to paint the wrong picture to people because you're an amazing plugged-in band, but some of my favorite sets from you guys are your acoustic sets, especially the impromptu one in Wisconsin last year. Now, do you get similar feedback from any of your fans?
Yeah, man, and actually, it's kind of... It comes down to what we like too, and we actually really enjoy just breaking it down with one guitar and singing together and harmonizing is kind of one of our favorite things to do. So when you just have one instrument, it just shines through it, and the human voice coming together with another one or a couple is just awesome. So was that the Rockfest that you were thinking about there?
Yeah, where some of your bandmates got a little left behind, and we were stunned to see it come out, but thrilled to see it at the same time.
Yeah, that was an interesting one where it was just Tavis and I, and we totally weren't not prepared to do it, but we just kind of winged it, as this saying goes, and it was a lot of fun.
So I think I've asked you this before, but I don't remember the answer. So in your acoustic set, you often do one of my favorite songs that I love, and it's that tune, If I Could Get That High. And is there any chance that would ever be on a record or a live video, maybe?
It's interesting, man. We within the band, I think some of us are big fans of that song, and some of us are not. so we have yet to visit that track in the studio. But we're going into the studio this summer to make our next full-length record. And that song, the title is definitely in the mix, so we'll have it around, and we'll see if it actually makes the cut this time around. But I love it because it was such a special moment that we wrote it. We were actually at Cale's house in Ontario, and we were just having a weird night, and there was like a Ouija board or something kicking around, and we were just writing and getting all dark and weird, and we hit that moment in the night where we kind of let the song write itself. And to this day, I kind of go back and think that we had a little help writing it that night, which is kind of spooky and weird. But it was definitely part of that experience is why I love that song so much too.
So is there a chance that you guys, through the course of this tour, or maybe afterwards, would do a full acoustic record?
Well, we kind of snuck one out in 2012 after Vices and Virtues. We put out basically a lost recording called Let the Fire Burn, and that is 10 or 12 acoustic songs. But it wasn't really a planned record, so it was kind of different. So I think down the road we'll probably do one featuring more of the hits off each record. I'm guessing. It's kind of, I was just putting the set list together for this Scott Stapp tour, and we've got 5 records out now. So to put a set together, it's just becoming kind of an interesting job now having that many records out, because we want to play Die Trying, we want to play Get Through This, we want to play Rise Up and Tear Down the Wall, and it's awesome to have so many songs out now that we can pick and choose.
So speaking of cool songs, you guys released a music video pretty recently, if you want to tell folks about that.
Yeah, this is our first independent record since the very beginning of our career. We put out Nevermore in September and started with this single Torn Down, which we love, and we put that in our live set as well. And the brand new single is called All or Nothing, which is at radio right now, and we'll be helping fuel this tour across America. So when you hear All or Nothing, crank it up, and definitely chime in. Let your radio people know you love it, and we'll be doing that one this whole tour, acoustic and plugged in. It just sounds so good live.
So, lots of bands do VIP things, and I see you're doing a VIP, but yours is doing something a little different. Tell about fans picking their local spot.
Yeah, I'm excited about this, man, because, in the past, people have probably get to know Art of Dying as a band that likes to chill with people and have fun. And one thing, on just being on multiple tours with bigger bands, you see some of those VIPs go through, and it's really... it's just a handshake and a photo and a see you later in the cattle line. And we were talking about what we could do that's different and just a little more quality. And we thought, well, let's go for happy hour with our fans at their spot. And try. We're going to take on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. We're going to take all the recommendations of that local town. Like our first stop's in Mobile, Alabama. So it's like, okay. We're going to go to your dive bar with you and try your local food and hang out and just have some laughs and some quality time together, And of course, we'll do the same. We'll do the standard picture and sign your stuff, and I think we'll have some posters kicking around and stuff like that. But just going to be, just a VIP.
I love that. Hey, I just before this interview, I came across a post about you writing some kind of a theme song for something with Jason Hook of Five Finger in it. What's that all about?
Yeah, I guess I've been so busy, man. I haven't even had time to post about that, and I just saw that the movie is coming out, so I threw up a post. Jason and I did some writing after Shiprocked 2 years ago, and we ended up just quickly recording a song together for the film that he was working on at the time called Hired Gun. It's a really amazing, documentary about the music business. Just, I've seen it. I had advanced screenings and stuff, so it's just an awesome movie. And I was, he got me stoked on the idea, and I just basically wrote a song about it and my experience, in the music business and with fans, and it just came out really well. And we worked on it together and recorded it, and it became the theme song of the movie. So you can go to anywhere online, like Hired Gun documentary or something. I think it's showing this June in theaters, select theaters across the country, and stick around for the credits because you'll hear that song.
Hey, so I had fun watching your little live video of a stroll around Las Vegas the other day. And why don't you tell folks what you were doing out in Vegas?
Yeah, man. We actually, we finished a pledge campaign this year to go and make our next studio record. And that was the first song for the new record. Tavis and I went into the studio with Kane Churko, who's a buddy of ours and also just one of the best producers on the planet. And we were lucky that timing worked out and we were able to work together. So we jumped in and recorded the first song for the new record with Kane. So it's kind of exciting to have, to have All or Nothing at radio right now off of our indie EP and now also be working on our next full length. I think, it really speaks to being an independent artist right now. You can kind of, you can do these things, you're not on anyone else's schedule except your own. So we're going to be putting out more music more often and doing more crazy things like the VIPP, which is a bit, all that stuff's available in our merch store, which is artofdyingmusic.com. And, that's the other thing, we run our own merch store. So if you want to see the behind the scenes of a merch store operation, check our Facebook, because Tavis is always doing live streams of, bundling up T-shirts and guitar picks and sending them out to people. It's just kind of, it's cool, man. It's really a great feeling to be this close to our fan base all the time.
So, I'm never going to let you go without letting you plug the Jonny Hetherington Essentials. So why don't you give people the lowdown on that?
Yeah, so much to talk about, right? Oh my God. So, yeah, I started a food company about a year ago. Started it with hot sauce, which is something that I was really passionate about and I love to eat every day. And I just launched a premium ketchup. So it's basically Vancouver, British Columbia's first local ketchup. So, and I think a lot of people out there are just tired of eating food that kind of got junk in it, and so we're bringing fresh produce back, believe it or not, into ketchup and hot sauce, and it's just kind of fun, man, to do this on the side and see the reaction of people out there. So there's ketchup. It's not online yet. We just literally launched it 2 weeks ago at a big event here in Vancouver, and the hot sauce is online. So you can find any of that stuff at JonnyHetheringtonEssentials.com.
Well, hey, man, you've been such a good friend of the Marmy Rock Show, and I always enjoy talking to you. I want to let people know, go out and check out the Live and Unplugged tour coming to a town near you. Check out the VIPP, as we know they're called now, opportunities to have dinner with the band. So, Jonny, man, I always appreciate you being here on the show.
Yeah, love what you do, Rocky, and say hi to all our friends out there. Can't wait to see you on this tour at some point.
All right, man, thanks. I really appreciate you being here.